Hello, my name is Sam Bartram. Have you ever wondered if creating a clone was possible? Well, it is, depending on what you want to clone, that is. Cloning has always been an interest of mine. Just think, if you could create a clone of yourself, you wouldn't have to go to class. You could just send your clone to do it for you. Life would be a breeze. Maybe you like the way an animal looks and want to create the same one with cloning technology. Well, you might be able to. I put a lot of time and research into looking into this topic to see how far it will go into the future and to see how cloning will work and see if it works now and how Dolly was a big part of it. I will be giving you information on Dolly the sheep and why she was such an important success and how her success had moved cloning even further. I will start by informing you on who Dolly is and how she was made. So let's start talking history. So, Dolly the sheep was the first ever mammal to be cloned from an adult cell. Before Dolly, there were several other instances of animal cloning going on, but they were only made from the DNA taken from embryos. Dolly was cloned from a 6-year-old sheep. It was a Finn Dorset white sheep. The scientists had to find a way to make the udder cells stay alive but stop growing, which they ended up succeeding in. The scientists had to inject this cell into an unfertilized egg that had its nucleus removed. After that, the egg would be implanted into a surrogate mother. The egg came from a Scottish blackface ewe, which was also the same type of sheep as the surrogate mother. Out of 13 mothers, only one succeeded, and the lamb that came out was Dolly, born after 148 days. Continuing on, I will tell you about why Dolly's success was so important. Dolly's success as the first animal successfully cloned as a mammal from an adult cell meant a lot of things. Dolly proved in her life that clones can reproduce. She gave birth to 4 lambs. After Dolly had been cloned, scientists started cloning every type of animal they could get their hands on. Scientists were cloning cats, dogs, such as that one back there, horses, pigs, and mice. This huge movement of cloning led into something much bigger. Dolly was important because it brought up a huge controversy in the world. That controversy would lead to many arguments and many times being brought up again. Dolly was important. Her success was important because it brought up the debate that if you could clone a sheep, then you could probably clone all the mammals, including humans. The research plan of cloning humans was shut down immediately, though. Cloning has moved forward to a better place in its history since then. Scientists are now trying to clone humans still, but not in the same way you would think. Scientists have started to work on cloning stem cells for individual patients. Stem cells would work as a therapeutic therapy to fix illness and diseases that a patient might have. Stem cell research is saying that diseases can be reversed. It is thought that Parkinson's disease can be potentially reversed and gotten rid of completely. Now you know the history of Dolly and what she did for the cloning world. In conclusion, I have told you about the history of Dolly the sheep and why she was so important and what she did for cloning. I hope that I have piqued your interest in cloning, that you will look forward to looking into cloning to find out some more about how far it is advancing in today's world. There's Dolly the sheep with her scientist. Any questions? No? Thank you very much and have a good day. I hope you have learned something from this introduction of Dolly the sheep and cloning.